Problem is, there's a damn sun glare when I face this way. Can you hear me?
Yes.
He is all the way down there at the very end of that field. Welcome everybody to another Tech Prime Media video. And we're going to be talking about the DJI wireless microphone system, lavalier mic for the most part. It came out a few months ago. We've recently adopted it as our standard go-to lavalier mic system on this channel. And today we're going to review it and really test it and see how far we can go with this thing. And I mean literally how far we can go with this thing. This is a giant field and we're going to walk all the way across it. I'm going to walk all the way across it. We're going to fly a drone over so you can see how big this field actually is. And we're going to let you know where this mic actually cuts out, if at all. Because if not, well, we might have to throw something like Google Maps up or something to show you how big this field is and measure it. But let's get into this review. Let's find out what this thing can do and is it worth it?
All right, guys. Nate started walking over there, so I'm going to bring up the drone, DJI Mini 2, and we're going to see how big this field is, and we'll see how far he can get before it cuts out, or if it does.
Okay, everybody, so I have walked clear across this field, about to that tree about yonder. That's about right here behind me. And it started to cut out. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, you're cutting out still.
And that's understandable. That's quite a distance, and I'll pull it up on Google Maps how actually far that actually is. But yeah, as you can see, I am halfway across this field, as you saw in the drone footage. It's a pretty big field, and Bazinga is way over there. And I'm going to turn this camera around and show you where exactly he is. See, that's quite a distance. So we can hear me pretty well, and that audio is not coming from this camera, which is a little DJI Osmos Pocket. It's coming from the DJI wireless mic system. So the really great thing about this thing, I think anyway, is that it's an all-in-one unit. Everything's all in its snug little case that can charge itself. The case itself is 2600 mAh and does a great job. Everything's all together. The microphones themselves are only 320 mAh, but they'll last about 5 hours. And the thing that I found that was actually pretty sweet is that you can record on your own with just the microphones. Especially if you're really far away and you just need audio, just in general, you're not recording like a video, you just need to get audio either for an interview or something. You can just let it record on its own, so you don't have any weird distortion from the wireless signal or anything. And there's a lot of other functions for this too. One of the things that I found actually really neat, so this right here is just the interview little Rode mic thing. So you can take one of these microphones right here, slide them right in, put this right over it, and there we go. We have an interview mic on the go that we can bring to conventions to interview people. And like I said, if you're too sketchy, if there's a lot of devices around, you're worried about the wireless signal being degraded from that reason, you can just record it on your own, right from just this device, and then sync the audio, just like you would normally if you were using an H1 or anything like that. So great option. Okay, so if you don't realize it, because you probably don't, we're actually recording on our old lapel mist system. And we're gonna switch over so you can see the slight difference to the DJI system, and just so you can see basically the vocal difference. It isn't drastic, but there is something there. Okay, so now we're back on the DJI wireless mic system. And the other things I want to talk about this device is that it actually comes with two dongles. One is a lightning port to plug into like iPhones or whatnot in your iPad, and a USB-C, which you can use to plug into Androids, or you can use plug into a Thunderbolt port, which we actually did try out on the MacBook itself, and it worked out great. So this is great for on-the-go podcasting. If you're just doing a short little thing, you want to do just basically a short little back and forth somewhere, you're on the go, it's perfect. It's a mic that's on you. This thing's all in one. It's charging as you're wherever you're going, and it recharges with USB-C. It's a really great universal device, and we found it super useful. So, and obviously the little things that come with, like, should obviously, I hope we're coming with most lavalier mics, is your little receiver adapter to plug in. It's just a 2-prong adapter, and the shoe mount to actually attach to the top of your camera, which obviously you're going to need if you're going to be vlogging or shooting videos on site or wherever you're shooting in general. Just these little amenities are great, and the fact that it comes with it is super useful. Okay, let's see what's in this little bag that comes with it, because there's a few other things. Obviously, like I already pointed out, we have our little cable, and one of these things just like flew out of the bag. These are tiny little, well, what's called in the industry, tiny little did cats, for the most part. No offense to cats, but that's what they're called. So they're just kind of little muffs that attach to the very top, which actually stop wind from affecting your sound when you're talking, if you don't know what these are, never seen them before. And one of the small gripes from our cameraman is that this little wire does not fit in this charging case. I'm not sure why, but DJI, if you're listening, if you could have fit this in this, it would have made some people a little happier, but can't please everybody. That's right. There's really simple ways to attach these two. So that looks pretty simple. This is a magnet. This comes off, boom. And what you can do is actually just take this, if you want to use this as a lapel mic on the inside, you can actually just take it and attach it. And there, obviously you see like the magnet, that's right there, but it's, you know what I mean? It's not a bad way to clip this to hide it. And all you see is this little tiny thing. Or you clip it on other things. This is a really strong magnet, by the way. So one of these little useful things.
So one cool thing about this system is how versatile it is. Like, basically it's just a microphone with this, you know, just like this, but you can also plug a mic into it like we do with the lapels. However, you can also plug other mics into it that are compatible with the input. So we filmed a short intro a few weeks ago for a video, and what we did was we made a makeshift boom mic, which worked out really well. And to do that, I just bought this little adapter here that straightens out, and I attached the boom mic and this onto this, like this, and then I just plug this into the mic, and it worked out great. Let's see if I can get this on. So this is how I had it set up, and all I did was this, and I have this monopod here, and all I had to do was put it over the actor to record them, and it worked out fantastic. If you check out that video, you'll see how amazing it worked. But this mic itself is slightly powered, so it really gave it a little bit more amplification, and it just came out fantastic. I'm really happy with it.
So I want to point out some of the things that are actually better for this system compared to the Rode mic system that's actually fairly similar to this. Like, for one, you can't monitor the Rode mic system. And to plug it in and charge it, it needs a 2-prong adapter to actually attach it. Granted, that's not a big deal, but it's just a slight inconvenience. And the other little inconvenience that's kind of annoying is after you're on the Rode mic, you actually have to use an app to control the receiver, to adjust the settings and whatnot. Where on the DJI, you have a little touchscreen that works out great, where you can adjust on the go right there. You don't have to look at your phone to actually change any settings or download an app. It's all right there for you, ready to go. So this has been a fun video. We got to experiment out in the field with, well, we've never pulled out the drone to actually shoot a video yet, which was a lot of fun. And we got to test this new DJI wireless mic system out in the field and give it a go before we start using it at conventions and whatnot and see what it can really do. And so far we are super impressed and really glad we actually went with the DJI system compared to the Rode mic system. Nothing against Rode, they actually make a really great product. But This one's just slightly better. So given that, thank you for watching. Prepare for more views like this. Obviously, for you people who like the Fight Stick controller and the other Fight Stick controller video we've done, thank you for watching. We are going to do more, don't worry. I have more than a few planned that I'm going to be building. And for the people that like the keyboard videos, there is going to be plenty more keyboard videos. I have a lot I want to do with keyboards. So be subscribed, don't forget, right down there. The bell is right there, don't forget about the bell either. You want to be notified for that when next video goes up. But thank you for watching. But until then, this is the end of this video. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.